Hi everyone, and welcome to Toddy Tackles. Today we're going to look at how to sharpen your penknife or kitchen knives on an oilstone. To sharpen knives the old-fashioned way, you need a couple of items. First of all, an oilstone. This is a combination stone with coarse grit on one side and fine grit on the other. It's traditional to mount them in a wooden box to protect them as they're quite brittle. The second item you'll need is a piece of leather called a strop. I've just mounted an old piece of leather on a wooden handle just to make it easy to use. Lastly, you'll need some oil and a rag. Now the first thing we do is to give the knife a wipe and look down the blade and see if any light is reflected off of the edge. A blunt blade will reflect light and a sharp blade won't. We put some light oil on the stone. This not only helps the knife run smoothly, but also helps stop metal particles embedding in the stone and reducing its cutting efficiency. Lay the knife flat on the stone and then raise it to about 20 degrees for a penknife. It's important that your right hand remains parallel to the stone. It mustn't go up or down, otherwise you'll get a bow on the sharpening edge. So what I'm doing, I'm moving it from the tip to the stock of the blade, but keeping my right hand parallel with the stone at all times. I can see here that the tip needs a bit more work, so I'm just concentrating on getting that angle in that part I've missed. Once you're happy with that side, turn the knife over, lay it flat on the stone, lift it up to the same angle that you did on the other side, and do exactly the same with the same amount of strokes for the full length of the blade. It's very difficult to judge these angles, so don't get too concerned. Go for a middle range cutting edge, and experience will show you whether you're using a too high an angle or too low. You're trying to achieve the same width of grinding angle on both sides of the blade so that they meet at a point. Both sides of the tip need a bit more work here, so maintaining even pressure, I'm just addressing those parts that need some more grinding. So this next stage is probably the most important stage of sharpening, and it's called stropping. Sharpening will produce a small burr, like a curl of metal, the length of the blade, and it's important that we take this off to give ourselves a sharp edge. All we do to strop is to move the blade backwards and forwards along the leather, and that's pushing the wire burr left and right until it eventually snaps off. You then cut through the leather just to remove any lasting burr, clean the blade, and that should give you a sharp knife. Kitchen knives use exactly the same process, and depending on the type of knife, you can either increase or decrease the grinding angle. Longer blades require the same technique, just take your time and try and cover all parts of the blade evenly. And that's it. It's really simple to do. As with most things, practice makes perfect. An oilstone is not expensive, and remember, a sharp knife is safer than a blunt knife, so it's definitely worth trying. I really hope you found this video useful. Please add any comments or subscribe below. Remember, always wear your safety glasses in the workshop and look out for future videos of Toddy tackles.